Good morning.
Hello. This is Carl and Colleen. We're camping by the side of the Hawkesbury River, our friend's property, and we've got the Rover in the background. So this is our channel, the Carl and Colleen's Rover Adventures, where we're going to document our travels that we get up to and our tips and tricks and things that we've done to our Rover. That's a fly. But yeah, so we're going to embark on our travel around Australia for a year or maybe 2 years. We're going to see where it goes. Hi, right, okay, so one of the main reasons why we decided to go for a Stockman Rover is because of this amazing kitchen. We have got, I'm going to come in under here, we've got the 110 litre upright fridge, Dometic, 12 volt, and basically you've got a freezer at the top, which is a decent sized freezer. We've also got the inbuilt sink, and we've got a water pump on that, and obviously that's at the moment draining into a bucket. We can put a hose on that if we wanted to, if you're in a caravan park, but we just use a bucket and we go and water a plant or two. We've got your cupboards inside. So we've got these plastic drawers from Bunnings. These are quite handy, so you can pull them all the way out, access what's in there, and then you can just push them back in. We've got some space down the side. We've got our space saver pots with the handle, and then you've got more cupboards. We use these plastic boxes because we can pull them down, we can access what's inside them, and then we can take them into the house, fill them up, bring them back in, and then just slide them back inside the cupboards. It also stops things from falling over, and if they spill, they do actually sort of capture most of it inside there. We've got the cups, mugs, wine glasses, that all stores in there. And then we've got cutlery drawer, knives, utensils, and then we've got some spices, salt and peppers, extra bits and pieces. And we went for the Weber barbecue on the swing arm rather than going for a stove, and that worked well for us because we already had the Weber Q. So we've got our bits and pieces in there, our hot plates and whatever. And we do then just plug that into the gas outlet on the side. But what we decided to do was we went with a stove. We didn't want to put a stove onto the swing arm, so what we decided we'd do is we'd put the stove on here, but we do have to run this off a separate gas bottle. So we just keep it in this crate with a few accessories, and then we can store it inside. When we pack down, we actually store this on the kitchen worktop, and that keeps it all nice and out of the way. This one's actually a 2-burner with a grill, so we do have the grill for gas, and we've got a bit of space to put food and cups and things like that when you're boiling the kettle. We do have some fusion lock accessories. These are the ones you get from Bunnings. They're the ones that sucker on. And so we've got soaps and dishwashing things. Okay, thank you. The lithium, so what we've got is they're 120 iTech batteries, lithium batteries. So I took out the 2 AGM batteries that it came with and replaced them with these straight away. I put in the Red Arc 40 amp DC to DC charger.
To suit the lithium?
Yeah, to suit the lithium, because obviously the one that was in there was just basic. And that was supplied, and that was the 25 amp mains charger. So I mean, it's just on a mains plug. I don't use it very often, but I just have an extension cord. I just plug in and leave it in there. So it's just there for emergencies more than anything.
So overnight you've gone down 2%.
We've gone down 2% overnight. Yeah. So that's running the fridge all night long. Yeah. Obviously once we arrive. Wow. And obviously I can isolate the alternator and the solar with using the circuit breakers.
Very good.
And then we've got the cigarettes and USBs. Yeah, it's just standard USBs and cigarette. But we kept it simple because I wanted everything to fit in this space. Yeah. So we can still use this side for storage.
So where's your inverter? You'd have an inverter?
I don't have an inverter.
Okay.
I do have an
I thought
inverter in the back of the car,
Yeah.
but not actually on the trailer, because we don't really use anything that's 240 volt.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything we run is 12 volt.
Yeah.
So
Only
the
like-
odd things that are 240 we can charge in the car.
I mean, like charging drill batteries and.
Yeah, well, I've got the Ryobi drill and also the Ryobi chainsaw. So
Okay.
for that, I do use the car, but those
Okay.
batteries last ages anyway.
Yes.
So we don't really need, we don't have a mains hookup on this one. We didn't decide to go for that
Oh, okay.
because it was an option during purchase.
Yeah.
But we kept it
Right.
simple because I knew I was going to put in lithium and I was
lithium.
going to do all this myself.
Very good.
And then of course we've got the 2 solar panels on the front of the trailer, but we also got external solar. So I just kept it simple. When I need the
Oh, you
external,
put
I
that-
just plug it into
Oh,
there.
you've done that. Okay.
Yeah, at the moment it's just on crocodile clips because I haven't decided where I'm going to actually mount it permanently. I was going to actually mount that socket probably under here or something like that. I just haven't actually done it yet.
And put a cap on it.
And put a cap on
Dust
it.
cap.
Yeah, but I haven't done that yet, so I just left it like
very
that. And
Beautiful.
then you got your sink area, and then we like to say we've got this space here, so now we can use this for storage.
Yes.
With the standard setup that you get with the lithium upgrade, which you can pay for when you're purchasing the Rover, they do a EnerDrive system, and the EnerDrive system actually takes up nearly all of this space
Right.
with the
Yeah.
charger, the DC to DC charger, the
And-
inverter, and the batteries take up this whole space as well.
And
So you
EnerDrive
lose-
is? What is?
Well, EnerDrive's another brand.
Oh, right.
It's
okay.
another brand
I've
of
never heard.
lithium. So it's
Okay.
a brand of lithium batteries.
Mm.
But it takes up nearly the whole of its underneath space,
Yes.
and it's quite big. So I wanted to keep it simple, so I went with the 40 amp DC on the Red Arc.
And the battery is worth?
The batteries are fantastic.
Yeah, but what's the value of a battery? Like,
Well, it depends on when you
300.
buy them. I
Yeah.
mean, their sort of retail is about $899, I think, on their website, but they've
Is that
always got
correct?
specials.
Yes.
So you can get them down to about $750, and I think I paid about $750 for them
Okay.
when they were on a special. So I ordered them in early.
is that each or for the
Each,
two?
yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but when you do the EnerDrive system, it's about $3,000 to $4,000 upgrade.
Serious?
Maybe even a bit more than that now.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on because you've got the inverter, you've got the DC to
Yeah.
DC charger,
Absolutely.
you've got a whole bunch of circuits and
Yeah,
bits and
components.
pieces going on there
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
there's
Well,
quite
once it's done, it's done.
yeah, and it's been fantastic. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got a Victron smart shunt here,
Oh, yes.
and
yeah,
I can then monitor battery usage on my phone. And I've got another Victron smart shunt on the battery in the back of the car, and I can keep an eye on that as well. So
So you need a little bit of electrical knowledge.
it helps, but
Yes.
it's not impossible
Yeah.
to do. There's
Yeah.
so much help online,
Yeah. Oh,
things
right.
like that. So this kind of kitchen area,
Yeah, beautiful.
it is kind of useful,
Yeah.
but it's kind of awkward because you can't have things on top of here when you want to access it.
If you want it, yeah,
It's,
but-
for long-term storage, it works for us. Whereas the cupboards, you've got plenty of storage in the cupboards.
So we've cleared all the lantana. I didn't know them trees were there. So I put a big chain around the bottom of the base.
Yep.
And as I hooked a like 100-foot rope to it, then the coppice palms were exposed.
So 3/21, March 21, and then March 22, and then July 22. That's the flood levels. Crazy.